Imagine having your own personal assistant to always be available anytime that you had a question, anytime you were trying to figure something out, and they would happily help you out in any time that you needed, no matter what hour it was, or if you needed to write an email, or if you needed to write a letter, that this personal assistant would just be available to do that for you. Well, that day has arrived with the introduction of artificial intelligence chat-based language models. Since the introduction of ChatGPT back in November of last year, AI has been taking over technology by storm, and it has brought so many opportunities that have never been dreamed of before, and it's given new ways to shorten the time it takes for you to do things inside of your business, and so many other positive things. However, there have been some negative things that come with it as well. And so in this episode, I want to go over the AI chat-based language models and how you can use it and how you can best leverage this for you in your business and also in your personal life. So this is going to be a fun episode. I'm really looking forward to sharing this with you. So without any further delay, let's just jump right in and get started. So for the purpose of this episode, I'm going to be referencing the AI chat-based language model, ChatGPT. And there are other language models out there, but right now this is the most popular. This was the first one that was available to the public. It's the one that I've been playing around with the most. So that's what I want to share this with you today. And this is by no means, I'm not going to cover this topic in its full detail. This is just only the tip of the iceberg. I want you to realize how important this is and how you can use this for your business and your personal life. And before I get started, for just an example, let's just jump over to my screen and I'll show you what ChatGPT is, and we can talk about that some more. Okay, so over here on my screen, you can see this is the ChatGPT layout. It's very simple. You start a new chat over here and you come down here to this little spot here and you can just ask a question. Just a simple thing. You can say, "Hi, how are you?" Okay. It tells you what it is. Okay, so I'm just going to just say, what is ChatGPT? And it's going to give me an answer. Okay, so it's an AI language model developed for OpenAI. It's based on a ChatGPT 3.5 architecture. So I won't go into all that. You can read it on the screen. But you can ask questions and it will give you answers. Okay, so this is important because what this does is it scrapes all the internet, all the data out there, and it comes up with information that it will provide for you, which makes it really important to saving time. All right, the days of going to the Google search and trying to sort through all the websites to get the information you're looking for are coming to a fast close. This is going to be the new way of doing things, and it's, as far as I'm concerned, I think it's better because it saves a lot of time. So let's go into the benefits of this and for you. When you're writing a new email, or maybe you're writing a sales page letter, or maybe you're trying to write some kind of creative, what happens is we get into this just blank screen. Where do I start? How do I get started? So you just don't know really what to do. So the benefits of ChatGPT is it removes that. So let's jump back over to ChatGPT and let's just see how this goes. Okay, we'll start a new chat and I'm just going to say, I am writing a letter to my town council. Council. Okay, so I'm going to write a letter to the town council needing a permit to build a fence around my yard. Okay, let's just see what it does. So it right away starts giving like the name, the address. It starts doing like a professional way of starting your letter, the subject, and it says dear, and the town council name if you know the name. And it goes on to this list. All right, so you can see now It gives me some very good points. I hope this letter finds you in good health and spirits. I've been residing in this town for a number of years. And then you've considered, and it says you want to install a fence around your property. All right. And it just keeps going and going. And it gives you these bullet points. And it just goes on to writing this really cool letter. So where all you have to do is grab this and then do Control-C on your keyboard, come down over here into the document and just paste it in. And now you can just edit this however you want it to be, right? So, Dear Tom, right? And just go ahead and write this where it could sound more like you. So that's one of the huge benefits of ChatGPT is it gets the creative juices going because it gives you something to go off of. All right? It's a way to test ideas, to just get your idea out there. It's a good way to just get something, get it out there to get it started. All right? So then let's talk about some of the disadvantages. Being this is a artificial intelligence language model that's scraping the internet, sometimes it's pulling the wrong information, so sometimes it's wrong. So it's very important that you check the references where it's pulling it from, that you check to make sure that what it gave you is accurate. Another disadvantage is you need to start learning how to ask really good questions. You need to start thinking of a way that makes this language model return good content back. So it's like you got to learn a new skill as far as how to ask better questions. It's not really a disadvantage. It's the cost, I would say, of learning something new, but it is something to consider. Another disadvantage is when you write a letter, like what I have on the screen, right? There's going to be some elements in here that doesn't really have the human touch to it, so I need to add that in, right? Especially if it needs to sound more like you. So you got to keep that in mind. I can't just take this, copy, paste it, put it into an email, send it off to the town council, and I'll be good. No, I need to really go over it, make sure it has a human element, and edit it to where it sounds like me. All right, so I want to go into the uses of ChatGPT and how you can use it use it for your business. Right? Like I already mentioned, writing letters, it's really good for that. Writing emails, it's really good. You just go ahead and start ChatGPT and give it some metrics to start with, and then it will start writing this email. If you're struggling with a subject line, have a good, catchy, curiosity-building subject line, go to ChatGPT, have it give you some examples of subject lines for the email that you just wrote, and it will spit out maybe however many versions that you want, but then you can choose and pick which one. If you're writing up a sales page for a product that you have, well, again, tell ChatGPT, I need a headline for my product. I need to have a subheadline, and here's what the product is. And then I need to have a problem agitate, solve element into this sales page, and it will give out really good content for you to go ahead and start editing and make it your own. I find it to be really good for blogs. So like this episode here is going to be transcribed, and I write blogs out of this transcription. It's still my transcription, but I have it rewrite it into a blog format, so I don't got to spend the time doing that. And then I just edit it out to make sure that the blog is coming across the way I want it to. So I find it to be a huge time saver. And if you're writing a brand new blog, I mean, there's can be a whole nother episode on actually how to get ChatGPT to write that blog. I won't go into that now, but some really cool ways to get a blog written when you've plugged in the right resources that you've searched, the right keywords. So that's really cool. And coming up with a really cool blog title, ChatGPT can give you some good ideas, or a meta description. Again, you put that in there and it will just write a really short, concise meta description so that it gets really good SEO. It doesn't only stop there with using it inside a business. You can also use this inside of your personal life. And I think this is really fun and exciting when it comes to that. And I want to do a fun experiment with you on using this in your personal life? I just want to pause for a second and to ask you to do me a favor. You see, I can't reach that subscribe button or that like button on your screen. It's something that you're going to have to do. And if you enjoy this content, if you enjoy what I'm talking about today, and if you'd like to get more content like this in the future, then if you hit the subscribe button and that like button, you'll get notified. But what it also does is it helps the algorithm to let it know that this was a liked video so that it can be shared with other people just like you. I don't understand the algorithm. That's what I'm told how it works. It's just something that I wanted to let you know. If you could do that for me, again, I would really appreciate it. All right, let's get right back in where we left off. So let's go into a fun experiment of how to use ChatGPT to cook French toast at home. Okay, let's get back over into here. So I'm going to go ahead and start a new chat, and let's see how this works. Okay, French toast recipe now. All right, here we go. Here's the recipe right here. Look how cool that is. I mean, the days of going online and looking in Google and going to a blog that has a recipe but has tons of ads is over. Look at this. There's no reason to have a cookbook anymore. You just, right here's the recipe. Right here. It tells you what you need and it tells you how to do it. Here's the instructions. All right? I mean, how cool is that? To me, that's just like such a time saver. So, okay, now let's do something else. Let's say I don't have eggs, but I still want French toast. So, without eggs, and let's see what it does. Certainly, here's an eggless French toast. It goes ahead and it puts this out, tells you how to do it. I mean, how cool is that? Now, the thing is, I haven't tried this recipe to know if it's good, but you know, it ends and it says, enjoy your delicious eggless French toast. All right? This is all done by AI robots. Like, it's spitting this information out of what is gathering online. All right, one more little fun thing. I'm going to ask it and I want to say, recipe for 100 people. All right? All right, so now it says French toast for 100 people. You'll need the following ingredients. Okay? Now we're up to 50 to 60 slices of bread, all the butter that we need, how many eggs we need, and enjoy your French toast for 100 people. So that's really cool. All right, and you can just keep going and going and going. But however, this done a really good example that I wanted to show you is there's a mistake. All right? You notice this here, it says 50 to 60 thick slices of bread. Well, I'm going to be serving this for 100 people. So don't you think I need at least 100 slices of bread? I think you do. I think you need more than 100 slices of bread. So here's how I'm going to fix this. I'm going to say, this is for 100 people. Wouldn't I need more than 100 slices of bread? All right, yes, ask that question. Oh, apologies. Yeah, you're correct. You would need more than 100 slices of bread. Here's the updated version. 120 to 150 thick slices of bread, 80 large eggs, 16 cups of milk, 8 tablespoons of vanilla extract, and boom, there we go. All right, we'll do one more fun experiment. Okay, let's go back to let's go to a park event that we're having in the town, and let's just say this will be served to 100 active runners that ended a 4-mile race. Is the recipe enough for the hunger? Okay. All right. So being we have active runners who are hungry, it goes on, it gives me 200 to 250 thick slices of bread, 120 large eggs, 24 cups of milk, and on, right? Remember, and at the bottom here it says, remember, it's better to have extra food available than to run out. By increasing the quantities, you can ensure that runners have enough to satisfy their hunger after the race. So here's it again. Like, for your personal life, for things that you do every day, ChatGPT comes in and it just gives you some really good ideas. I might go through here and readjust this. I might maybe take away some of the ingredients, or I might add my own touch to it. But it gives you a really good start. The days of going back and trying to find a recipe in a cookbook, those days are coming fast to a close. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this discussion of ChatGPT and how you can use it. There's so much more that can be shared about this. I would be so curious to know if this has been interesting to you and what questions you have of how you can use ChatGPT for your business or your personal life. So comment below. Be really curious to know what your questions are with the AI chat-based language models. So thanks for joining me today, and I will see you in the next one.